is Kamya's Film Fights.
Why Hollywood remakes? Why?
A debate concept show where Kamya invites some of her argumental friends.
You want my points? You can have them.
And industry insiders
I'm so Twitter brained.
to argue for or against a film topic with great passion.
It works. It makes films more accessible to white people who are racist.
Even if they don't quite agree with their given positions.
Hello, namaste, adab, what up? I'm Kamya and this is Film Fights! I know I'm late to the party, but I recently saw the Hollywood remake of Speak No Evil, which is a Danish and Dutch film. And it got me thinking, are Hollywood remakes of foreign language films set to fail? Let's review. I want to ask, Utsav, do you believe in remakes?
Yes, but only when there is a clear artistic intent.
Alright. Apurva, do you have a favorite remake?
Yeah, I
Okay.
have way more favorite originals than remakes for the obvious reason. Maybe something like Guilty or Departed, but yeah.
Karan, do you think remakes ought to be faithful to the original?
Not necessarily. I feel that the originals usually have a soul that makes them resonate so well that like producers are like, "Chaliye bana dete hain वापस." Okay. But I'm going to make a cardinal sin and agree with my enemy and say that yeah, a director has to own his own movie. I feel like it's emotional sincerity that makes a movie, and so in that sense, it's a director's job to take the original source material and then do what they need to do with it.
Okay, cool. Veydaant, is there such a thing as a good formula for a remake?
Not a formula, but a principle or a few principles, yes. I think that whatever you remake needs to be adapted into a local context, right? For example, The Departed, which Apurva mentioned, the reason why it works is because Scorsese's adapted into a very hyper-local context, which is South Boston crime scene with Irish folk, etc.
I see what you're saying. Khunbari Mang is said to be an unofficial remake of this Australian miniseries called Return to Eden. Okay, and I feel a resonance with what you just said because here we have the the tradition of unofficial remakes. And it does do, its bit in terms of heightening and distancing itself from the original just so that it can implant certain Indian values because that's what works over here. So, I have another question and this is open to everyone. Why is it that Hollywood is not able to do this with its remakes? Because like the Bollywood version that I was just mentioning can be enjoyed very differently from the original, but Hollywood remakes doesn't do that. Yeah.
So I love that you brought this up because I don't really vibe with Hollywood remakes, but I think Bollywood remakes, especially unofficial ones, are generally great. Not even because they're good movies, but because they have that flavor, right? Like it's the regional flavors, the local flavors, the cultural flavor that they have. So it's always more fun. Like the Hollywood original or the whatever Australian original or whatever, they won't have an item song, right? But the Bollywood one will, and that's why I personally get to take something beautiful home with me.
Yes.
But the issue I think then with the Hollywood remakes is, hey, this thing did well, let's make this thing. Let's get somebody workmanlike and competent who we know can make a movie and can set up a production of that scale if it requires it, and then let's make it. So it's like a fundamental misunderstanding of why it worked, why we are adapting it, and who we are trying to sell it to. You're just trying to sell it to an inbuilt audience.
Remakes essentially tend to become projects rather than films. And that is, I think, the inherent problem where you don't understand, you don't find someone who can remake the film as in like understanding the context in which it was conceived and why it was made, reading between the lines and then making it, as opposed to like just finding someone, like he said, कि हाँ ढूंढो कोई भी जो अच्छी फिल्म माउंट कर सकता है.
Right. Yeah.
It becomes more about mounting the project, selling it, making money,
Right.
going out.
Okay. A remake is fundamentally a question of commercial success. Our two camps are set to fail and don't fail. On set to fail, we have Utsav and Apurva. Woo. And don't fail, we have Karan and Veydaant.
One second.
What do you guys want to call yourselves?
The OGs, because we represent the originals.
Okay.
Yes.
We're the GGs because we're good gamers.
You like that, Veydaant? I don't think
We
you like that.
competitive
Yeah,
as
the
hell.
camera is on this guy.
It's cool.
He doesn't agree.
Okay, cool. The originals and the good game?
Non-original.
Non-original.
GG's, yeah. it's fine.
GGs.
OGs and GGs.
Awesome. Now that we've set up, let's fight.
Round 1. Win. Panelists are required to present their opening arguments. The winning side gets 20 points.
Opening argument from Camp Fail. Please address the room. Would you like to start, Apurva?
Yeah,
Okay.
go for it.
So I want to begin my argument by something that Bong Joon-ho said in his Golden Globes speech, because he said, not me. So he said that once you overcome that 1 inch tall barrier of subtitles, you get explored to way more exciting, amazing films. And this was, I think, Jan 2020. 4 months we were deep into lockdown. We were watching everything that wasn't available on OTT, on the internet, everywhere, anywhere. So I think in lockdown our watching increased multifold. Not only us, everyone, even our parents sitting home, everyone is watching holed up inside the houses. And once that increased, we not only overcame the language barrier, but we also overcame the cultural barrier. And that, I think, is the foundation. Why Hollywood remakes? Why you can't bear with different cultures? What is the problem?
Yeah.
So I think essentially that the culture of a certain set of people needing remakes to watch other people is, if not extinct, I think it's certainly fading. And I think I quite enjoy watching, delving deeply into different cultures as opposed to.
Quickly to that.
Yes, please.
So what she said about the 1 inch barrier, obviously 100% agree. And I do think that especially through COVID, people's appetite or like willingness to engage has increased. Plus 1 inch is actually very large. Like it's actually a very large form of measurement. I don't know why people call it small. But apart from that, I also just think when I think Hollywood remakes are set to fail, I think of it in a very simple way, which is that a rich guy got richer. Yes, sure, it made money. Oftentimes, not always, it might be critically successful also. But the fact of the matter, especially with modern remakes, is that they don't last. Like Lilo and Stitch made $1 billion, but a couple of weeks after it came out, if you ask someone what version of Lilo and Stitch they would watch the version that came out 30 years ago, because that is superior. It's so true of like in 2019 when Lion King came out and everybody and their mothers went to saw it, you would not ever watch that movie again. You will watch 1994 Lion King though and have a great time. So they're set to fail in that they have no cultural weight whatsoever and they disappear into the ether once the rich guy gets richer.
I mean, that's a really funny thing to say given that Bugonia just had a pretty successful award season. Some of the most celebrated films of the last 15-20 odd years have been remakes. That's not to say that, of course, I would prefer watching an original, but the motion we're trying to talk about is that remakes are set to fail, and that's nowhere on the horizon. Both the examples you gave are not foreign language remakes. They're animation to
okay, that's my bad.
They're animation to live action, and animation to live action.
Let me depress you with the fact that my cousin who's like now 10 or 8 years old, the only version of the Lion King he knows and loves is the live action version.
This guy's cousin
So
sucks, guys. Say boo in the comments. Boo. What is your cousin's name?
Ashton and Preston.
Ashton and Preston. Oh, you guys.
Do they torrent?
No.
Come on, man,
Soon
you can't
they'll
be
be
getting
on this
Ashton and Preston kind of names and then basing your argument on that. It's not Riverdale. क्या चल रहा है?
Show गई है ago, yeah, sure.
When it comes to adapting a foreign language film, whether it's Scorsese's Departed or Black Swan or early 2000s, mid 2000s had a whole phase where Japanese horror was just straight up being adapted with The Ring and Grudge, both of which did commercially and critically
Really
decent.
good,
But of course, do I prefer watching the Japanese Ring and the Japanese Grudge? Yes, but it's not that these films didn't work. They worked on multiple levels. So the idea that remakes are set to fail, I think, is we're reaching a bit. The question that we need to get into is what kind of remakes work, etc. The first thing that came to my mind right now is telling people to read subtitles is classist and ableist, and that's just not true. I don't know why I said that out
Telling
loud.
people
I
who
apologize
are-
already.
Telling people who are literate to read subtitles, I don't think is ableist.
Are we even?
And who are reading subtitles anyway, by the way. Like, they are reading subtitles for the
That's
English
like just,
movies also.
asking them to not be on multiple screens at the same time.
That's too
Thoda-
big an ask.
Yeah, that's
I'm sorry.
All right, I've heard enough. For the amazing Bong Joon-ho reference, my heart is being tugged by the originals quite a bit. I'm going to split this. I'm going to give them 10 and I'm going to give them 10.
Wow.
that's just not fair.
Round 2. In this round, panelists are invited to defend their opening arguments. 20 points for each convincing argument. 10 points for must-be.
Since there's no losing team, I will allow both teams to remake my mind, please. Let's start with y'all because y'all went first last time.
The idea that great ideas from foreign films can't be transposed into a Hollywood film well, I think is completely unfounded. For one thing, from the 60s to the 90s, Hollywood just ripped off a lot of French cinema and did exceedingly well, critical acclaim and commercial success. You have Scent of a Woman, you have Three Men and a Baby. After that, you have True Lies, True Great, The Magnificent Seven, Fistful of Dollars. I mean, like, there are insane amount of films that were helmed by helmed by very competent directors, of course. The point here being that you have to look at it as you're adapting from a foreign film and then kind of owning it in a local context.
What was the original of Fistful of Dollars? That's Kurosawa, right?
Yeah, it's Yojimbo.
Yojimbo. I don't know if this is true, but like, fun fact was that he made more money suing Fistful of Dollars than he did making Yojimbo.
Which
Plus
I
10.
believe
Plus 10
it.
and plus 20.
Yeah.
I mean, even the film that a lot of people put in their Mount Rushmore type Sound of Music is also an adaptation. So
Of the Trap
Of
Family.
the,
Trap
Trap
Family,
Family.
German film.
story, right? Like, was it a...
it's a movie also.
It's a movie, it's a German
Okay,
movie.
okay.
But it is a story or a play as well. So the idea, like 50s onwards, whenever Hollywood runs out of steam, they do put their hand in the piggy bank. Mostly also specifically in East Asia, Japan and Korea being two sort of prime targets, and Japanese anime in particular being I mean, not a film, but right now also you have the One Piece anime on Netflix that they've adapted into live action, which I haven't seen, but I hear is fairly decent.
It's decent, yeah.
So that Avatar, The Last Airbender, which was, I mean, I love Manoj Night Shyamalan, but what the hell, bro? So the idea that adapting a film doesn't work is there's a historical track record to prove that isn't the case. Also, Hollywood loves even unofficially adapting a lot of anime or East Asian cinema.
Reskinning it.
Some of the best, like I mean, Inception का जो सबसे iconic moment
Shots.
है जो कि हॉलवे वाला फाइट सीन है वो तो पूरा पापरिका से उठाया है.
और वो छोड़ो,
Right?
क्रिस्टोफर नोलन का इंसोम्निया भी रीमेक है.
Yes, Insomnia is. Just to add to Inception, like, I love Inception, but I think that again, it is a घर में जाके चोरी करने वाला situation with Inception also. Like, he's just lifted shots.
Yeah.
And no one will ever know, right? Because it's Nolan. Like, it will eclipse everything else. But like, there I think there is an issue with, like, Nolan did it his way, and he made essentially like a heist adventure film, and that's what works for it. But if you were adapting Paprika, the essence of dreaming and the surrealism of it and the subconsciousness that is actually expanded upon in Paprika is nowhere to be seen in the Suits movie.
But Inception also is not just an adaptation. Paprika is half of it. The other is, I think it's called World on a Wire.
World on a Wire.
Yeah, it's a German film. So Paprika is a mishmash of two foreign language pre-existing
Inception,
media. Sorry, Inception is a
So does that make
mishmash
it a
of.
remake or is that a remix?
It's a remix. It's not a remake
pastiche.
for sure. Like even
It's sort of
even as the plot is like completely different. There are shots and elements he's lifted, but
Yeah, I don't think Inception is definitely a remix, but that's the odd one out in the line of things that are
Yeah.
straight up like आप उसको homage या inspiration बोलोगे तो that's too flattering, चोरी करी है, you know.
और 2-3 जगह से मतलब
2-3 जगह में नहीं, मतलब ब्लैक स्वान तो उसने पूरी फिल्म ही उठा ली, और सतोशी कानो very bitter about it as well. Like he has shat on Aronofsky in interviews, just being like, people have asked him, oh, he said it's inspired by Perfect Blue and stuff, and he was just like, get this white boy out of here. Like, and it's pretty embarrassing as well because all the best moments of Perfect Blue are in Black Swan, right? Like down to the shots.
Bringing it back to track, the point here being that it works. Like taking ideas from a foreign film and remaking it into an whatever Hollywood this thing, it works. It makes films more accessible to white people who are racist, but it makes money for producers. But at least they'll be little bit less racist. When they see a nice foreign film and they realize, oh, you know, some Chinese guy made this thing. It's actually pretty good.
No, they were
That's the off
so
chance.
stupid. They made it and still did not make money. We will make money.
Plus 10. And plus 10 for Apurva also.
इन लोग को किस बात के points मिल रहे हैं? मतलब
For joking.
Must
For all of it. Other team, would you care to agree to disagree?
I agree with everything he said, but the examples he used are not remakes. The example he used are like यहाँ से कुछ उठा के अपन खुद का ही बना रहे, and the plots are wildly different. So I wouldn't say that those are like remakes per se. I think that they are and mostly right only, and I am not in disagreement. I love these boys. They're very intelligent, sensitive young men, but the thing is that a lot of these are like running out of steam. So I think we're entering an era now where that fatigue for remakes is coming. We know this just from understanding the industry, that the remakes are pushing out a lot of original stories, are pushing out a lot of authors who want to do their own work. But also in terms of just like from an audience perspective, the fatigue is there. So like for example, in 2000s even, if you heard about, for example, a Jurassic Park remake, the level of hype that would be there in the general audience would be insanely high. Cut to now, you just assume everything will be remade. You assume that something that has done well, if you give it 5 years, if you give it 10 years also, it will be remade. You are not causing the kind of stir that you would be causing even 20 years ago with making remakes. So that's why, like for example, the Asian horror remakes went out of style. Because they weren't making good movies and people got fatigued. We are, in my opinion, potentially, I might have to eat my words on this soon, but potentially coming upon a pretty bland and disastrous remake with Harry Potter. Again, so obviously a cash cow, so obviously not coming from a place of we have something new to bring to the table. They don't even have 3 to 4 colors to bring to the table. So, you know, plot wise, story wise, theme wise, so that's too much of a stretch to think. And you're seeing the kind of backlash that's happening to something like that also, right? So I think we're going to come upon now this stage of fatigue, hopefully also with general audiences and with like the larger world outside of cinephiles that you said, who are going to start getting irritated. and when I think set to fail, like I'm thinking in terms of those timelines. And also I think that remakes may win and remakes are winning, but audiences are losing, and so that might start to tip the scales much sooner than we think.
Wow, oh my god.
I
Mind is blown. 1 second. Plus 20, firstly, for a excellent
baat hai.
and coherent sound
Oh, jeez.
argument. I don't remember flow mein kitna nikla, but I'm just going to go ahead and give like a plus 40. Is that
What the hell? क्या बात है?
This is so. Can I share my points with them?
Do you?
I don't want to. I'm just asking.
oh,
That's
geez.
like a feature.
Okay, and okay, cool. In comment section, please tell me if I'm wrong.
Completely.
Confidence high है, लेकिन accuracy पता नहीं. तो Apurva, you want to follow that?
As a maker, I think what also makes a film successful is the film gaining more audience and allowing you to make another film, allowing you and the producer to make another film, your next film. This I am saying as an indie filmmaker, तो वो थोड़ा है, but it is valid I think because the fatigue amounts to that. The fatigue amounts to कि यार अभी नहीं बनेगा. It's becoming increasingly difficult to make remakes because of shitty remakes, and most of the, except for some मतलब बहुत ही चंद examples, बाकी सब shitty है, and वो Rotten Tomatoes ये वो पे हमें दिखता है. All the originals, most of the originals, not all the originals, most of the originals are somewhere around 80, 90. Speak No Evil is I think 89 something. The remake is 33, 34.
नहीं इतना लो नहीं है.
इतना लो है.
नहीं.
मैं कल ही चेक करके आई हूँ.
Oh really? Oh, I didn't mind the remake
Accuracy.
of Speak No
Let's
Evil.
देख लो.
How do we define failure, right? Because okay, if it does not do critical acclaim and like the 1%,
No, that is
2%
fine.
letterbox Twitter audience is like, oh, this sucks. No one cares.
No, I am
The
just saying,
producer
yeah.
is looking at box office.
Fair.
And the fact of the matter is, producers are dumb. Sure, they can really be dumb, but they are still governed by money.
No, they know what makes money, and if
Yeah,
the
yeah.
if the
make money, what
if
does
the
that tell
remake,
you about like
if a
the global
remake
audience?
fails, it is a bigger failure,
For sure.
and
I guess.
it would stop the makers, whoever is involved on the core team, so to say, for them to make their next film becomes even more difficult.
I feel like the Hollywood industry, like complex, looks at it as, yeah, this was like for example, they took Spike Lee and they made him make Old Boy, right? That was a bad
Yeah,
choice from the
it's a
very
bad choice.
Right? It was
Oh yeah,
bad.
Old Boy
that
is
is
also
a
somewhere around
devastating
30-40.
example, dude.
Old Boy ka
Even
remake.
if you want to go like slightly better, Steven Soderbergh, very good director, but has like a very handheld kind of
Yeah.
aesthetic. If you tell him to make Solaris, it's not
Yeah.
going to work. Even if
Exactly.
he's a good, competent
Yeah,
filmmaker,
that one
because it's just too hard to
I
follow.
love that example. Although
a very
I
hard
don't
act to
hate the
follow.
Solaris remake.
I hate Old Boy remake.
Oh,
I hate
that's
it.
terrible. Yeah.
Alright,
I hate it with all my heart.
Plus 22 Apurva and plus 22 Karan.
Yeah.
Another list of stacked examples.
remake fatigue is different and IP extension and IP fatigue is entirely different, right? Especially when we're talking about within the context of foreign films here, there is a diminishing marginal utility to any franchise being sort of put through the wire. The biggest example is Star Wars, right? Which was the biggest sort of cash cow ever. And the minute Disney bought it, no one gives a shit about Star Wars
They were
anymore.
like 10 movies, 10 shows this year.
The only thing
Yeah.
that's got Star Wars back in relevance is that गलती से Andor बन गया था.
गलती से.
And Mandalorian also did pretty well, I would say.
But tapered off quite hard, although now we'll see with the movie.
Yeah, Andor has real shooters. I'm one of them. So I think that if you can destroy what is a sort of titanium IP just by churning things out a lot, that's not. That's an issue of saturation. You've not timed it well. You're churning out a lot within a very short period of time. Even though maybe the film is good, which I think Rogue One was, right? But it got hard done by because you were just pumping stuff out. So that's an issue of production scheduling and 10 other things. Not necessarily the quality of the film itself. That's number one. Number two, I think we still, I mean, we're coming out of an award season where Bugonia did very well, which is also a remake, and a remake of a film that itself is not very old. It's not like it's the Suspiria remake, which was, 30 years ka difference.
I like that one.
Suspiria was a great remake, very different from the original,
Yes,
but
yes.
Again, did a lot of stuff that wasn't possible back then. Not nearly as like surreal and as artsy, especially with soundscape and stuff. But the new one does things
It's
so
nasty.
well and
Yeah.
and also differently enough that it holds your attention. So I think if you're doing a remake and you're doing it well, there's still an audience for it. There's a critical audience for it. There's a commercial audience for it. But when you're just and that's an adaptation. What Utsav was talking about with the Disney movies and with Harry Potter, there's no adaptation happening there. It's not even a rendition. You're just purely remaking 10 years, 15 years later.
Like a cycle, just keep the
Yeah,
right
you're
one,
just
keep
in naya
it,
generation
yeah.
आ गया जिसने original नहीं देखी है.
नहीं
तो मैं
नहीं
उनके
जिसने
लिए
ओरिजिनल
Use
5
करो
बार
उसको.
देखी है
नहीं,
वो भी देख ही
with
लेंगे
Suspiria
और फिर
and
comment
Bugonia,
करने
I
के लिए
agree.
आएंगे.
Plus 30 for the Florida is given.
Shout out Suspiria remake.
Yeah.
That shit was good.
Yes. So I've heard enough. Nation has heard enough. I think the room has definitely heard enough. What are the score? What is the score right now?
So GGs are at 100 and OGs are at 150.
Because of those 40
Round 3. In this round, each team cross questions the other. 20 points for convincing arguments and rebuttals. You guessed it, 10 points for Masti.
This room is rivaling famous Ram in pontification, but we must allow that. Let's start with Apurva and Utsav.
I just want to say, like, write your own story, bro. Like, make. Just,
Don't be lazy.
like, just make. Like,
Lazy
stop
mat bano.
making all these excuses. Write a story. Think of. It's not hard. It's not hard. This world is plentiful. You know, it's very generous with stories, especially right now where like. Stories are just happening all around you all the time. Make a new movie, write a new story. Let us enjoy it. Let us have a good time. Let us be excited about something that I didn't already watch 10 years ago. Is that possible? Say yes, daddy, in the comments.
Oh wait, but your team original, but you took someone else's blazer, like you swapped blazers, and you're like completely fine with it. It still works, right, with your outfit. So
Y'all had to
what's the
remake your
problem?
outfit in the middle of the
Yeah, y'all did for multiple points. So you technically did it for
It's a
entertainment,
remix, not a remake.
and we
guys.
all enjoyed it.
We went
So-
over this.
So you literally defied your own principle, like in
he did compliment me,
existence.
so I don't want to actually give him a rebuttal. He's like,
Yeah.
उसको अच्छा लगा look.
हाँ, it's amazing.
अच्छा
It
लगा,
works for you.
मजा आया तो ठीक है.
40 points. Sorry.
Plus
No,
50,
no, 40.
plus 10 for
हाँ.
Masti.
I watched Speak No Evil का remake first, and then I went back to Speak No Evil. I was like remake देखने was ऐसे, हाँ decent film है. जिसने original देखा था वो बोल रहा है कि अरे क्या bullshit बना है, क्या bullshit बना है. I went back to the film and I realized, oh fuck, yeah, this is really something. And I keep revisiting that. I never revisit the remake because there are some things, layers, subtext that I miss. In the remakes, usually decisions that are made made in the favor of making the film accessible to everyone. And in that, the makers tend to, leave out things that are either not moving the plot. As in, I remember a scene from Speak No Evil, the original, where everyone has seen it, right?
Yeah.
So where these people are about
Spoiler
to take
alert.
this holiday, and they are invited on the holiday by people who they have met only once. So they are scared. They are like, should we take this holiday? Should we not? ये वो. Or remake में the way they have done it is आपस में ही बात करके वो लोग उसी कॉन्वर्सेशन में दे डिसाइड कि हाँ चलो ठीक है.
भगा दिया.
लाइक हाँ मतलब पॉइंट उसमें कोई नैरेटिव पॉइंट मूव नहीं हो रहा था, तो दे जस्ट रिमूव दिस सीन व्हिच आई एम अबाउट टू टॉक अबाउट, वेयर दे आर डिस्कसिंग इट विथ अ सेट ऑफ फ्रेंड्स और फैमिली whom they know very well, and ऐसे से कुछ डिस्कस करते करते देयर इज दिस वन गाय हु सेज व्हाट इज द वर्स्ट दैट कैन हैपन. और वो सेटअप है फिल्म का, वहां से वो ऐसा रोल होने लगता है फिल्म. इट लाइक रियली टेक्स यू ऑन द राइड एंड पम्प्स द होल एक्सपीरियंस. तो दीज डिसीजंस काइंड ऑफ ruin
and
the
like
experience.
save
And
for a few exceptions, it is a flattening, right? Like generally speaking,
Yeah.
with the remakes, it is a flattening of like major themes, whether they are like emotional arcs, character arcs, whether they are like sociological, like larger themes. Ghost in the Shell and Godzilla being like two great examples of like terrible American remakes of like iconic, like paradigm shift foreign originals, right?
But that's not a remake issue at all. Hollywood is
Yeah.
extremely plot centric in general, right? Which happens.
It's a director issue. It is like
No, but that's a
it's
Hollywood
not even
issue.
a
That's
director
a
issue.
Hollywood
It's an
issue.
no,
industry
that is a
issue.
Hollywood
It's a-
remake
It's a-
issue.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's not even a remake issue.
I don't
It's
think
just
it's a
a
Hollywood
Hollywood
remake
problem, right? Hollywood is extremely plot centric, which is why it can't adapt atmospheric
that's
movies
only
like
Bollywood.
Pulse, right? It's not going to, because the American audience is
Absolutely.
not conditioned for that, and the American directors
Doesn't
don't know
allow
how
for
to
it.
adapt it, right? So that goes for Hollywood originals as well. It's not a problem of
Yeah.
remakes at all.
It's a problem of
of
Hollywood,
industry.
yeah.
go make your own films. Don't fuck other people's films to Hollywood.
All right, plus 20 for the amazing example and really driving that in with the flattening point. Do you guys have something to add to that?
I'm going to now kick your ass with one cult movie, okay, which is shot for shot almost exactly like the original. They did it well, or what they did really well is translating the cultural context, and that movie is The Birdcage. Okay, The Birdcage has Robin Williams.
I haven't seen it.
Same.
I'll tell you right
Okay,
now.
okay.
The Birdcage has Robin Williams. It has Nathan Lane. Nathan Lane is the one who plays
Yeah, I know
Pepper in
Nathan
Modern
Lane.
Family. Okay. They play a gay couple who has to like a gay couple who own this thing bar, drag queen bar. Okay, who have a son who wants to get married to a traditional Catholic family, and so when the traditional Catholic family comes
Meet the
over,
parents.
they have to like pretend to be normal. That's the movie. It's a French movie.
Yeah.
The remake is an almost exact shot for shot, scene for scene this thing.
Yeah.
The only thing that really works is it's still emotionally sincere because the chemistry between Robin Williams and Nathan Lane works really well, and that's the core central this thing of the movie. The movie is cult, critical acclaim, commercial acclaim, right? And it literally just copies. It works. It's literally just emotional sincerity, cast it well, take it to a local context, that's it.
Yeah, I just want to add to Karan's thing that actually everything he's saying is agreeing with my initial point of like, if you're making a remake, you don't do a 1:1 and you do something unique and superior ideally with it. And in this case, the thing they did which was superior is they took out all the French people. So since there were no longer any French people, the movie was automatically better even if it was
That's
a 1:1 remake.
Wow.
So yeah, Nosferatu is a film that we've been remaking since it
Three,
came
four
out.
times, yeah.
Every remake, every remake has its own little
It's a
flavor.
precursor to Dracula, right?
I think I'm not entirely sure about
Oh,
that, but the film at least has been remade. Most iterations of that remake are good. I liked the recent one as well. Over and above that, even when you're talking about a shot-for-shot remake, Michael Haneke made Funny Games.
His
Both
own
the
movie.
his own movie,
Yeah.
he's remade.
Yeah.
Movies are exactly the same to the point where all the shots are the same.
Yeah.
Both movies work, right?
Yeah.
So even the argument that you have to adapt the movie a little.
That's a very funny situation.
Yeah.
though,
I
It is,
think-
but it is,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it exists, right? That's
Yeah.
one, and the second
Funny
is
games work.
to the idea that you were saying, write an original story. There are only these many ideas. We're always constantly pulling from something and taking it somewhere else, right?
Yeah,
and we
sure.
have been doing that for thousands of years. So the idea that you're going to come out there and write a purely original story, I think, is maybe a little self-important, where you're always relying on a certain set of reference. You're always relying on a certain set of references. It depends on where you take them.
Yeah.
And the best movies are always stealing, and the best movies are always being original.
Firstly, plus 20 for Birdcage.
Just giving 20-30 points to Lily Rose Depp. In case you're watching this, you can have some of them.
Do you want my points? You can have them.
Round 4. In this round, rules to win this segment are made up on the spot. The best response wins 20 points.
For our final sudden death segment. The teams have to answer the following question. If you could remake any Bollywood film into a Hollywood film, which one would you pick and why? As usual, most unhinged answer wins. Let's go, team Gigi.
Prem Ratan Dhan Payo.
Cast it also, please.
Okay.
Salman is still Prem.
In English, yeah. Just
Everyone around him changes. Salman is still Salman. Or Dabang with Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Actually,
Salman
that is a kick-ass
That's
idea.
a kick-ass remake.
That's
I
a
would watch it
kick-ass,
100%. 20
Yeah.
plus 20.
you'll make good money.
Om Shanti Om. I think number one is films about films that's doing really well, okay, especially for Hollywood.
Yes.
But they don't have this catch-all moment where they have like Bas Diwangi and Diwangi with all of these
Yeah.
stars, which would be amazing for them.
it's a musical.
Obviously, it'd be different, but I feel like if they make it like Masi, but like Hollywood, I feel it could be one of those big banger
Like a
banner
Damien
movies.
Chazelle's Om Shanti.
Yeah, exactly. Damien
I
Chazelle's
thought
Om
that
Shanti Om.
would be good,
Kick
yeah.
ass.
That's
I
why-
feel.
I think
Is
that's
Ryan
nice.
Gosling Shah Rukh Khan in this scenario?
I don't know who would be Shah Rukh Khan actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tom Cruise could be.
I thought,
Yeah.
but Tom Cruise is very wooden, you know.
70
Like,
years
he's a
old.
great action star, but you need someone with like.
No, I think.
What are
he would
you
kill
talking
him.
about? Tom
Yeah,
Cruise?
he's a good actor.
There are people that shit on Tom Cruise's filmography. Please go back, watch Magnolia, watch Born on the 4th of July,
Cocktail.
watch Jerry Maguire.
Minority
That
Report.
motherfucker can act.
Okay, yeah,
Right,
so that he
right.
can act. But I feel off late he's become a little.
वो क्योंकि
he's
20
just
साल से
action
Mission
movie.
Impossible कर रहा है
Yeah.
भाई तो.
I feel Leo might work the best. Or
Oh,
no?
boo.
Interesting. Okay, fine, fair enough.
Plus 20. Karan for Om Shanti Om. I can already see it. I'm very excited for this remake actually. Please make it happen. What about you guys? Originals?
Vivah. I'm trying to see Hollywood version of Alok Nath.
Oh my god! It totally jal gayi. I don't know who would play that though.
Oh my god. Just for that,
who can we-
that
Like a Gary Oldman or someone. Like, I don't know. Gary Oldman as Alok Nath.
Stellan Skarsgård.
Oh, he would kill the dude, but he would
Yeah,
be
that's
too
my
nice.
joke,
He's not
bro.
creepy enough for.
He did a good Baron Harkonnen creepy. He can. I'm sure he can pull off.
Oh, I like that. I like that. Yeah. Werner Herzog would be a
Plus
good.
20.
And also, you know, it feels like the kind of thing Werner Herzog would do. Like, remember, like he did like that Parks and Rec random cameo where like he's the creepy guy who's selling the house.
Yes, yes.
I feel like it's
He
completely
would
up his
be
alley
good.
to be like, "Chal vivah banate."
Yeah. And he would call it Viva. Then they would have to go and Google like in the movie like what does that mean like.
Why? Utsav, what about you?
I would do like I just think it would be slick as hell and like a lot of the elements are still there in that they don't actually need to change a whole lot but we are denying foreign audiences the pleasure of Dawn. So I would do Dawn. I would get
Yes,
like a
really
really great action filmmaker or at least like Stahelski or someone on the stunts. And I would do like a Michael Mann's Dawn.
I love it so much.
Nice.
Who would be Dawn?
Who would be Dawn is a great question.
Don't say Tom Cruise.
Austin Butler?
Mm,
He's slick enough
Yeah.
to. He's got that
too
sort of.
slick. Like-
That's true.
yeah.
Jacob Elordi.
No, dude.
Jacob
Stop
Elordi is-
casting Jacob Elordi and everything.
What a beautiful piece of cardboard, though.
Yeah, dude. And he's too tall to be Dawn.
No.
Timothy Chalamet.
Okay, fine. You want
Timothy Chalamet. Weird
It's the
choice.
kind of thing Hollywood would do though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if we're going for like current casting trends over a Jacob Elordi, I would pick a Glenn Powell for Michael Mann's Dawn. I think he would be cool as hell. And
Gosling? Or do you think Gosling's too goofy for.
But if we're doing
Yeah.
Oh,
then-
that's true.
Yeah, like
Gosling on Pan Manaswala is
Dude,
amazing.
Gosling doing his version of Pan Manaswala, maybe like a song about tequila.
Yeah,
or
Dawn
something,
is
I
a
don't know.
little bit goofy. That's
Yeah,
it is,
And
true. Yeah, it
Gosling
has
has
the
great
goof.
range, like
Yeah.
amazing.
I
range.
like Gosling.
Because
I
he's
like
damn
Gosling for
intense
anything.
in Drive also, like
Yes.
and that is essentially like.
So he's doing Ken and the
Yeah.
driver.
I don't think it's.
Like,
I think
yeah,
it's
yeah.
more nice guys goofy rather
Yeah,
than Ken.
it's
which
nice
is-
guys
Yeah,
goofy. Yes.
correct,
Okay.
correct. Okay,
Michael
cool,
Mann's
perfect.
Dawn starring Ryan Gosling.
How about we in Dawn alongside Gosling, we also cast Russell Crowe, and they happen to be cops, buddy
Nice
cops. And it's
Nice
set
guys.
in like the 80s, and they're running around LA solving. We can maybe even call Dawn Nice Guys, and it could probably be a sequel to the first Nice Guys that came out. Just an idea.
He's campaigning for the sequel. I appreciate it.
Bro, they should completely make. I do not understand why the hell it didn't work and why they're not working on it. It's an amazing movie.
Yeah, it was good.
We've come to the end of another polarizing debate on Kamya's film Fight. Thank you guys for coming. आपको अपना tote bag मुबारक हो.
There's iPhones in there.
Wow. Thank you guys for coming and thank you guys for watching. What film fight would you like to watch next? Please let us know in the comments below. Thank you so much.